Hi, and welcome back to the word from the street. This video is basically just my watch list for this upcoming week of 3/23/18. These are just the charts that I've been watching and really interested in these patterns here. So I will show some fib lines, and I will also show couple other patterns in the same stocks. So we'll start with Facebook. As we can see here, we have some strong resistance at 185, as you can see right here, and then are in this range, in this area over here. So some nice consolidation going on here in this 185 and 181 area. Same thing happened here. 185 could not break it. Had a pullback, held a support at 172 here, and then again back to 185. So what we're looking at here is obviously we can see a fib lines, but now not a lot of people know how to draw fib lines or understand what they are. So I'm not going to go in detail and explain to you what fib lines are. I'll do that some other time. But if you can't draw fib lines, and if you don't know how to draw them, just ignore them. Okay. No fib lines. What other patterns do we see here? Now we had a pullback, a nice correction, whatever you want to call it, in the beginning of February, and since then we're doing this, an uptrend. And what we have here is the resistance at 185. Let me draw this price line here. It's much easier in this area. So what are we seeing? An ascending triangle. Could we have a pull back down again here? Sure, we can. We can easily pull back down to this 181 and then try again, or we can just break out right from here. So you're seeing different patterns here in this in just one particular stock. You can see fib lines. They tell you if you do a fib line from here down here with the exact same line, with the exact same line of 184. 90, 184.60, well, 30 cents, no big deal on Facebook. So you can see this, that it's telling you the 184 is the resistance, and now we're trying to break through it. So eyes on Facebook. Obviously we have news going around with Facebook about Russia and all the political news that's been going around. So this is just the charts. I don't care about the news. If the chart doesn't support it, I would not buy it. So that's just one. So that's Facebook. Other one that we saw, a lot of unusual buying activity on this options, a lot of calls getting bought on Friday. Now what do we see here is, if you just look at the chart, forget about the call activity. What does the chart tells you? We gapped up in beginning of January, came down, filled the gap, went back up, came down. And what we're doing is that holding this gap filled support line. A previous resistance, we bounced off a couple times here, held here, bounced up again, bounced here, and then nice green candle on Friday. So nice support at the $60 range. Love it. That's just the chart, right? Now, what else we got with this is that we saw some nice call buying activity at $65 call strike price for expiration of April 6th. Some were bought at above the ask, so like kind of chasing. We also saw some news here which tells you that coals had an unusual and bullish direction. It tells you $65 calls were bought, and then 323 calls were bought, were the most active. And earnings are on May 22nd. So they will expire before the earnings. But what is interesting is that you are seeing some flow, which is also supporting your charts. Amazing. So this is what you want to look for, and that's what's going to give you double confirmation for your play. So I actually bought in with the team on Friday. I picked some $65 calls for 4/6 expiration. X US Steel, another. If you just look at the chart, amazing chart here, amazing chart. I love it. Went up, had a nice pullback, made a nice U shape here. Tried to make this handle. It's a nice cup. Tried to make the handle but failed. Came down tested the support at 37, which was also the support, also the support in the past over here. A nice green candle on Friday. So what you're seeing here is that we know there's a strong support at 37.54, and hopefully we can, probably continue this uptrend. And my price target on this is probably 48. I picked some calls on Friday, $42 strike price for I think April 20th, and also here on X we saw some nice buying activity at the strike price. So $42 strike price were bought above the ask for 420. So this is what I bought on Friday. Again, you can see the news over here confirming that 42,000 calls traded 3 times expected, at that strike price of $40 for April 20th. So your charts confirm, and then you get the flow of the option activity flow. Perfect, double confirmation. And this is, I'm gonna actually hold this through for at least a week or so. Caterpillar. Now this is just charts. There's no flow on this. This is just my favorite stock. Played all the time. A bunch of us play in the room all the time. My godfather plays all the time. So shout out for the Tim. He has brought this play, nailed this play a few times in the last week or so. Him and Tech Money. They both have been on a roll with this play. So let's look at Caterpillar. They like it. So I would like to chart it and see what they're seeing. And guess what? We see some nice chart patterns here. So let's look at it. So we had an all-time high back in January. We got earnings, double top, pulled back. Tried to make this run, came back with all the tariff news and everything. Just kind of killing the momentum on the stock. But what you see here is just, you know this now. What is the support here? 43.13. 43.13. You know it's going to hold it. You got to know it's going to hold it. There is no, unless something bizarre happens, that line is going to get held no matter what. Unless the company does something stupid. Get a pullback, market crashes, 5,000, some kind of crazy correction happens. That happens. That's a whole different story. But right now, the chart looks amazing. And what I see is that once we can break this 158, which we actually tested on Friday, we can go 161 and then back over here. It tried over here, but then the news came with a tariff, and then it just kind of struggled, and it had a pullback. But now it's again on the way. So any news will affect the stock, no matter what. Positive news will probably put it higher. Negative news will hurt the stock. So Caterpillar right now trying to kind of get back in that groove. And I feel like, what we're going to see here is a pattern kind of going back to 173 and higher. We did see some kind of activity here. I know I was watching here. Yeah, we saw some 170s and 175s bought for May. I think this probably would cover the earning period as well. So this is something to keep an eye on. They also have a conference coming on March 20th at 9:05 Eastern. So the director of IR, Amy Campbell, she's going to speak on April 20th. So March 20th, sorry. So you will see some kind of a movement, a run into that conference. So eyes on Caterpillar. Visa. Now, Visa, again, Tim loves the stock. Black Box 2 on Stock Twits. He is in love with the stock. And why? I'll tell you exactly why. So let's start with some Fibonacci lines, okay? Because I like to use them, so I'm going to start with them. I'm going to draw right from the high to the support. What do I see here? I see that, okay, we're in this area where we are about to gap up to 126. Makes sense. We are, trying up higher lows, right? Perfect. But if you can draw Fibonacci's, what else are you seeing here? A nice ascending triangle. That's it. Perfect, right? That easy. Nice ascending triangle. So maybe a little sideways, consolidation here maybe, and then boom, breakout. Easy, right there. It's perfect charts. higher lows are always should be on the watch on the daily, because when they break out of the higher lows, they go for a while. Because if this breaks out here, I would suggest if I draw the Fibonacci, it's going to give me it will give me a price target here, which I think is gettable, is 130. Easily possible on 130. So I think eyes on Visa as it is about to make that move higher. And last and not the least is Oracle. Now this is an earnings play. I have only played one earnings so far this quarter, because I have rules this year that I'm not gonna play earnings, but I play Autodesk and I nailed it. So I'm gonna be playing Oracle. I'm not gonna suggest anybody else to play because that's just I know that right now what I'm seeing here is massive. And what am I seeing? What are you seeing here? I don't want to do this. Just give me 1 second, sorry. So what am I seeing? I see a massive consolidation. Now you saw CRM, okay? These are all cloud stocks, cloud-based stocks, cloud-based companies. CRM, Salesforce, Workday, VMware, Adobe. What is Now? Forgot the name of the company. ServiceNow, yes. Everything just beating and running. Everything cloud companies are doing good. Oracle, what's going on here? Massive consolidation, sideways, just consolidating sideways. Even had a couple bad ERs over here. I played it back down here back in June and had a nice play on this one. But what's going on here? Earnings drop, sideways. Earnings drop, sideways. So nice consolidation. Gap is filled. It filled that gap finally. After all this, it filled that gap. Look at it. It filled. There's nothing else to do but to go up. So even if the numbers are slightly better, it's going. And what I would like to see here, if I draw the fibs, and let's just say I draw it from the highs here, and all the way to the lows here. 55 to 58, easily possible on this earnings. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I will be playing it, and most likely I'll be buying some 5250s for this week expiration. I think we can easily make this U shape and then test 55 and 58 this week. So Oracle, if you play earnings, I'm not recommending it, but if you do play them, 5250s for this week expiration is the way to go. So this is all I have today. So all these 5 stocks, 6 stocks I just mentioned, keep an eye on them, put them on your list. Most of them out of the 6, at least, you should be able to find plays in this, at least in 2 or 3 of those. So eyes on, these are some big plays. They move a lot when they do. So easy money. All right. So thank you for watching, and we'll be back soon next week with some more amazing setups and plays. Have a good day.